back with the Property Brothers. We're talking about how to move up the property ladder in a competitive real estate market. And before the break, we introduced you to Josette, who wants to move up to a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. Okay, so Drew, you've taken a look at everything you've got a couple of options for her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there are 3 options. You can either get into a new home, you can look at doing a renovation, an addition on your current home, or you can look at tearing down your current home and building something new. Okay. But, I mean, it all comes down again to your budget and the costs in that area.
So buying an older home in their area. Option one?
We actually have one option. It is an older home. It has the 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It still needs some work. But what I wanted to point out is if you're sticking in the same area, you can see $929,900 for this house. It's getting pretty close to the top of your budget point. Obviously, Jonathan can do some great things for a couple $100,000. However, if you were just to move 5 or 10 minutes away from this neighborhood, a little bit further from the downtown area, that exact same house with a nice big lot like this, you're going to pay a lot less. And then that way you could either go for a newer home, something with a more functional layout, or you can just get more money towards a renovation.
You can do a lot. You can see on our show, we do a lot with $100,000, $200,000. So, you know, it's sometimes difficult for homeowners. They feel comfortable in a neighborhood or on a specific street. They grew up there. But don't be afraid just to step one community over. You'll get a lot more bang for your buck.
Okay, so let's talk about, they have a huge lot, okay? You're on. Okay,
yes.
We're talking about that. So to build an addition, why not?
There is a lot involved. You'll see, you know, generally we say to clients, if you want to do a renovation on your home, you know, or you're looking for a home to do a renovation, try and find something that's mostly cosmetic, you know, maybe removing a load-bearing wall, putting in a beam, but as soon as you start doing major structural, where you're doing an addition or a second story, right, the timelines are extremely long. You're going to be either out of a home or living in a basement. So these are the things that you want to look for. This is the potential what we could do with your existing home. Oh, so this is your current home, and on the back you can see we filled out the addition to the full width and then put a second story. It's beautiful. Now, granted, the front of the home, the scape on the front doesn't change that much. Now, the only problem is if you're doing a full-scale job like this in your neighborhood, yeah, you might end up overpricing yourself, or if you're doing an addition to an older home, sometimes you're adding square footage, but the layout still feels a little dated. Yeah. That's the problem. You're not going to fool anybody. As soon as they walk into the home, they're going to see this is still an old house, just with more square footage. Yeah. And noticing some of the things in particular, like it looks like the stairs are maybe in the center of the home, and things like that. When you do a big addition, you need to change everything. So we'd have to change right down into the basement as well, the access there, up to the second story. It's a major job. It's a major job.
So how are you feeling right now, Josette?
That's the problem I've been having the last 2 years, because if I do a major renovation, it's almost like a tear down because of the stairs and just the layout. And so that's why.
So what they've told you so far, what are you surmising right now?
I agree with what they're saying. Yeah. You know, I'm still pondering.
Yeah. That's rare that people agree with what you're saying.
What? It's because I haven't dropped this huge number on them yet.
Okay, so you've crunched the numbers, okay?
Right, okay, so if we've come from that house there and we're moving forward to looking at doing a tear down, which is the other option. Obviously, if you're doing that big of an addition, why not just tear down and start new? Then you can look at a more functional layout, something that's brand new.
Did you want to go walk over here?
We can head over here,
Head over here, okay. We're going to go for a walk,
I should hold hands.
Okay, let's do it.
Other side. There we go. Here you are.
Okay. Where shall I go? Right here. Okay, so we're going to crunch the numbers right now. Okay.
And
this is for you.
You know, some people say, you know, if we're looking at a major renovation on their home, why not just drop the home completely and build new? You have to make sure that you don't over-renovate or build new and overprice yourself for the area. You won't get that money back. Just so you know, houses in this area that are new homes, brand new homes, they're selling around that 1.3 to 1.5, maybe a little bit over that, but these are big, impressive homes. Yeah, brand new homes. And also, costs for new homes in your area, you're looking at around $300 to $400 a square foot. Every city's different, every market's different, but this is your community and what the builders are charging. So your new construction costs, you're looking at around... My Vanna? Yes.
Okay. Yes, Vanna.
$1.2 million just for the raw construction costs. Now, a lot of people, again, will best case scenario, and they'll say, well, it would be a beautiful home, it would be really big, you know, maybe have 4 or 5 bedrooms. Multiple bathrooms, but you also have to consider where you're going to live for a year. Exactly. You have to look at that added cost of the rental. In your community, houses are renting, a 3-bedroom home is renting for about $2,000 a month, so that would add on $24,000. There are a lot of little costs you need to make sure you remember when you're building a new home. In addition to the raw construction costs, you also want to have, or keep in mind, you know, hiring an architecture firm and somebody to oversee the entire project. You're looking at about another 10% usually to oversee everything.
Wow.
And then
it's all adding up.
Finishes, and we're putting in just for new appliances and maybe some fixtures and light light decor, but keep in mind, your decor, you want to have some new stuff in this home, and it's going to be bigger. You could easily spend 2-3 times that just on decor. You have to make sure you set a budget for your furniture, your decor, your appliances, because that could explode. And on Property Brothers, we actually reuse, for furniture and decor, over 50% of their current furniture and accent pieces.
You implement that.
Yeah, exactly, in the new design. And a lot of times they don't even realize we're doing that, but it's because it looks different in a new design.
So let's talk about the total here.
Total, then, you're looking, if you add all this stuff up, this is for dropping it and rebuilding. You're looking at about $1.36 million in addition to the value of your property as it stands right now. That would put you, closer to $2 million for an overall value. Your home would never sell in that community for that price.
For that price.
That's the point. This looks appealing, and a lot of people don't consider that you bought the house 10 years ago for $350 or somewhere around there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. What's your best option? What do you want her to do?
My suggestion would actually be for you, if you just do a cleanup on your home the way it is, do a quick cosmetic fix-up, maybe a mild renovation, stage it nicely so it can sell for its current state.
Tell me about the mild renovation. What are you talking about?
And it could simply be updating your kitchen, putting in some new flooring, some paint. You don't need to go overboard. And then from there, getting the value out of the home that is there right now, and then moving into a new home. And I know I showed you one comparable that was a dated house in your community. I think you should maybe look at moving even 5 minutes away. You could get a newer home, or at least something that you can put a little more money into a renovation, and that will really help stretch your dollar. That'll give you the bigger house that you're looking for.
Yeah, like you kept saying, 5, 10, 15 minutes away, you're still in the community.
Yep.
You're not that far away, So what do you think about this, Josette?
Well, Lisa has some new numbers to really think about now.
And
I'll tell you what strikes me. Can I just, okay. The thing is, if you do this, your house will be outpriced in that neighborhood.
Well, that's
exactly.
That's the bottom line. And then, another thing that I think I found this as a problem too. When I had to build, I forgot about renting. I didn't incorporate that in the price, and I was like, whoa.
Well, you could go and crash on your parents' couch again, but they or my couch, but that's an important thing. You need to look at all of the
Where are you
going
to live if this big thing is going to happen? So right now, you're going to think about the numbers, and you're going to think about the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the red flag for me is that if you do this, that it will be, it's just you're up pricing yourself.
There's never a benefit to being the most expensive home in your community because you will not see the return on that property. Even if you're not looking to sell right away, you always have to think things might change. You may need to sell. And whenever people start dropping, in the age of your community, when people are dropping the old homes and putting up something big and new and beautiful, the first few people rarely ever make any money. But once the trend starts to happen and this community really starts to revitalize, then the property values go up. But right now, one home being new in that community is not going to raise all the property values.
Reality real estate check. Thanks, guys, so much. That's so great. Thanks, Josette, for showing us your beautiful home. All right. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. Well done. Well done. That's the thing, the rental thing. I completely forgot about the rental thing.
Up next,
I kind of feel like right now people think, wow, she is so lazy.
We'll show you easy and affordable shortcuts that will create instant curb appeal and increase the value of your home.